Hello everyone. Okay, this time I'm actually going to play the game. So last time I spent most of the video playing with the different configuration options and then at the end I did a little tour of where we start the game. Let's go ahead and actually I'm going to actually play the game properly this time. So I'll skip over the intro because we already saw that. And I'll speed up the game by pressing plus several times. And okay, here we go. So, as we saw last time, there's not much to the right. Well, there is stuff to the right, but we can't do much there right now. We need to go down, and then from here we need to go to the right. We've actually already seen most of the ground area of this garbage freighter. Somebody pointed out, and it's actually quite an astute comment when you think about it, the robots that run this ship apparently have no regard for organic life, which is why we were sucked into this ship. But it's nice that they provided an environment that's survivable for humans, that's basically temperature controlled and filled with enough breathable air that people can walk around in it. I mean, yeah, they don't really have any regard for organic life forms, but it's nice that they made their trash freighter habitable for humans anyway, which is kind of a yeah, okay. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's okay. You're overwhelmed by the variety of space trash around each corner. A large bucket conveyor carries shredded ships to a horizontal conveyor high above. Okay, so I think there's not much here that we can do. There's a huge sort of green arm thing in the background. Somewhere there's an oversized android missing a limb. And there's this purple gear in the foreground. Oh boy, it's a big one. But yeah, there's not much to be done here. Can we look at the conveyor? Oh, conveyor. Conveyor. No, not conveyor. Boy. Oh, I'm not on top of the game today. Oh, it doesn't know conveyor either. Wait, what did it? Conveyor? Is that right? Is it actually conveyor? I thought it was conveyor with an O, but okay. Buckets are attached to a conveyor. They haul metal debris to a horizontal conveyor above. Okay. For some reason I thought it was a conveyor belt, but okay. Let's see. Can we get in the bucket? Is it like King's Quest 1? Looks dangerous, but go ahead, you thrill seeker. You'll need to get closer, though. Oh, okay. Do we just need to, like, walk up to it and... Oh, yeah. You just walk up to it and the bucket just grabs you and carries you up. That's cool. All right. All right. Well, this looks like fun. What could go wrong here? Certainly there's nothing... Certainly there's no... Yeah, okay, that doesn't look dangerous at all. I'm just going to save the game for no reason. On a conveyor belt. Let's see, what do we got going here? This conveyor is no place for sightseeing. Ah, I disagree. This is actually a pretty good view. Look at all the stuff we can see from up here. Not a pretty sight. Yeah, even this game, you know it's pretty bad when even this game censors the violence. Anyway, we are a less than choice cut, Wilco. All right. Good to know. USDA is, I guess, what is that? US Dietary Agency or Association or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, well, it's a good thing we saved our game here because maybe there's something here that can kill us. So I guess a good thing to do would be to stand up first of all. And let's see, can we take a look around? There's that rail above us. If we just jump... Oh, there we go. That's what we have to do. Just jump on top of that. And by the way, I'll go ahead and save here as on a rail. On a rail, there's no other places. Interestingly enough, you might think that it's easier to walk on this rail with the arrow keys than with the mouse. I mean, it's not difficult to walk with the arrow keys. You just press left and right. But if you press up or down, obviously we die fairly quickly. Haven't we taught you anything? I guess not. Now, you'd think that it would be difficult to navigate this with the mouse because you'd think you'd have to, like, click directly on the rail. But actually, they've been uncommonly merciful here. You can see I can click anywhere, and Roger actually will not step off the rail. You can just click where he'll just go left and right, but he will not step off the rail if you do this. This is actually, it's relatively easy to walk up here with the mouse, but you can't go around the corner. You step on a part of the track which is extremely narrow and greasy. It obviously wasn't designed for human travel. Well, in any case, you can't go around those corners. You can't walk around those corners like that. Although, since we're here, what is this thing? Using a narrow suspended high above the floor at the far end of the freighter. It's just a long way down the junk piles below. Okay, but what is this thing? Can I just say look thing? Look device? It's an impressive piece of machinery. Unfortunately, you have no idea what it is. Perhaps it is what emitted that tractor beam that brought you here. Or maybe it's some sort of giant trash masher. Or maybe the artist just thought it would look really cool hanging here. Yeah, that's it. At any rate, I wouldn't waste any time trying to mess with it. Yeah, I guess it doesn't serve any purpose. It just looks cool. I mean, it's just a big purple thing hanging there, but okay. All right, fair enough. Over here is not much going on here, and similarly here, there's not a lot going on here, is there? 2 passages to the west. All right, let's check out these 2 passages to the west. I'm going to slow. Whoops. I accidentally pressed down. I got sloppy and pressed down. All right. Need to avoid doing that. I don't usually do that, but I just got so sloppy that I accidentally pressed down when I was trying to press left. All right, well, this is different. This is something new. In this room, the rail makes a U-turn. There is a machine here which hangs under the rail. There is a chute at the bottom. In the middle are panels of monitoring devices being tended to by a droid. All right, that's, I guess, yeah, this droid here looks a little bit like the droid from Short Circuit. I guess he's looking at some monitors there. It's not a model you've seen before. The droid appears to be dedicated to this workstation. It seems harmless enough. All right. Look at those monitors. It is similar to the one you're currently viewing. The only difference is you can't read what it says. All right. So there's not much we can do here on this rail because also up here we cannot walk around that corner. That will also kill us. I think this robot, I mean, technically, let's see. Let's take a look around while we're waiting. The rail is supported by beams hanging from the ceiling. The grabber hangs below it. Yeah, before it just said there is some kind of a thing hanging from the rail, some kind of device. What did it say? A machine which hangs under the rail. But if you look at the rail more closely, now it names that machine. It's a grabber. So yeah, this thing here is a grabber. Let's take a look at the grabber. A grabber hangs beneath a rail. There is a seat for a driver. There is a claw underneath that looks capable of grabbing things. I guess that's why it's called a grabber. It's a grabber because it is capable of grabbing things. Seems like a logical designation. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. So basically, what you do here is you get into the grabber. But I'm just waiting to see if that robot does anything. I'm pretty sure that this robot will kill us if we just. I mean, all you really need to do here is just get in the grabber and go away. But just to show all the possible deaths in the game, I'm pretty sure this robot, hold on, does it help me speed up the game? Let me see, I seem to recall this robot will kill us if we dawdle around here too long. I mean, they're pretty generous with the time here. I mean, obviously this is more than enough time to take a look around the room. I mean, there's not much to see here, like I said. I mean, you can see the robot and the monitors. We've already done that, and there's really not much else to look at except the rail and the grabber. Oh yeah, and that chute. What about that chute? On the south side of the room, which means at the bottom of the screen, I mean, I don't think. Let's be realistic here. On a ship like this that's floating in space, that's not on any planet, I don't think directions like north, south, east, or west have any meaning. They don't really have any significance on a device like, on a ship, on a space ship like this. So there's no such thing as south. But Sierra games use south to mean at the bottom of your screen. So the south side room is a chute which leads to who knows where. A platform extends from its edge. Yeah, so there's this platform here, and then there's a chute that goes down into who knows where. I would appreciate. Can we talk to that robot? Currently isn't designed to process input from you. Well, who or what is really? I mean, I don't think anyone's really designed to process input from me. I really just, I don't want to waste too much time here, but I just wanted to show the death that happens if the robot. Do I need to get into the grabber first? Let's see. Enter grabber. There we go. Plugging into the seat, you grasp the forward-backward control of the grabber. So this thing is very simple. it just moves in a linear motion on this on the rail. So it can go forward, it can go backwards. And one nice little touch, one thing that I do like, if you go backwards, oh, here we go. Zot! You really bit the beam, Buckwheat, and there's that lack of regard for organics in action again. I guess they never heard of the warning shot concept around here. Anyway, you're dead. Hole in one. Hope you enjoy your new flow-through ventilation system. Okay, I guess you have to, get into the grabber before the robot shoots you then? Alright. I don't remember details like that. I mean, I remember the robot shooting me, but I don't remember details of how and why and under what circumstances it shoots me. Anyway, let's get into the grabber again. And so the way the grabber works is very simple. Like I said, you just press left and right. It goes forward like this. And what I was going to say is one detail that I do appreciate is if you go backwards like this, not only does Roger actually turn around and look backwards at, you know, what's behind him, as if you would have to, as if there was going to be anything behind him when he's floating up in the air like this or hanging in the air. But not only does he look backwards, I don't know if you can hear it very well. Hold on, let me turn up the game audio let me turn up the volume on the game audio. Make it a bit louder. It beeps. It has a backup beep like a car or a truck backing up, just so, and it serves absolutely no purpose in the game. Like there's nothing behind you. There's not going to be anyone or anything behind you while you're on this grabber, but it's just like a nice little touch. It's a nice little detail that they included in the game. All right, so let's take a look at this grabber now that we're sitting in it. From your seat, you see a handle presently being gripped by you, which controls motion, and a button marked claw. Look at the button. Okay. Push button. Hey. There we go. It sends that floaty thing down. Finding anything here, the claw begins to ascend to the grabber unit. Okay. So that's basically what it does. It just kind of grabs onto things. So there's nothing down there that we could grab onto. Let's take a little tour of the ship and see where else we can do some grabbing here. Is there anything down here to grab? Doesn't look like it. On the right, there's that sort of... this... oh, I can't... my mouse cursor is hidden now. But on the right, there was some kind of... looks almost like a brick, like some kind of brick that you could pick up. But I think it's nothing. I don't think you can do anything with that. Oh, due to a series of pipelines right below you, the claw is programmed not to work here. All right. Can't use the brick in this portion of the ship. What about here? Oh, hey, this is where that ship is that we saw. All right. And if we go back here, I think back here that takes us to a different screen. Yeah, it does. This is the screen with that huge robot head. It does not pick up the huge robot head, though. It's not powerful enough for that. It has some fair amount of strength, but it's not that strong. Okay, well, so yeah, we can't use the claw on this screen. All right, let's just go all the way around. And there's nothing here, is there? Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm avoiding the one thing that we can actually pick up. And I mean, it's fairly obvious that I already mentioned it in the first video. Can't use the claw here, can we? It's not programmed not to work in this area. Okay, but let's go ahead and just check out some stuff, and we'll come back here and use that claw later. Now, the only place you can get out of the grabber, I guess, is here. So we're standing on this platform. Yeah, okay. And if we walk off this platform, we'll just die in any other direction than down. So let's go down. Let's go into that chute. Hey, we came to a relatively soft landing in a pile of debris. Cool. Oh. What's that? Those look like... You can hear something scurrying around above. You can't actually see the rats because they're hidden in the shadows. Well, we can see the rats, but I guess Roger can't. All right. This looks like it could be problematic. We're in a debris-enclosed hollow. Poking out of the ceiling is the chute which you originally entered through. Some crusty lamps linked by non-UL-approved wire provide additional illumination. All right. Are the lamps important? Can we take a lamp? The aging lamps add extra light to the area. Overused wires link them to power. Let's get a lamp. What? You told me about the lamps and then you say it doesn't seem... Okay, I guess that maybe they're too high to reach. Can I get the wire? That won't help you now. All right. Some brittle-looking wire runs from lamp to lamp and then disappears into a hole to the left. Huh, what about this hole on the left here? Let's take a look at that hole. You peer into the small opening and notice a tiny reactor which seems to be providing power for the lights. Okay, cool. Look at the reactor. You don't have one of those? Okay, let's fix that. Let's have one of those now. You unhook the reactor from the cheap wires and take it with you. All right, cool. Made things a little darker, but we can still see where Roger is. Can we look at that debris? The steep piles of scrap metal are chock full of jagged edges and barbed protrusions. What luck that we just happened to land in the one pile of debris that's not full of sharp metal. That's actually some kind of soft material that actually cushioned our landing. That's pretty good luck, isn't it? What is this thing on the... Looks like a wing? The wing's been severed and is now worthless. All right. Can we take the wing? Stuff has no value to you. All right. All right. I guess... Can we get the rats? No. Talk to the rats. Okay. Well, there does appear to be a ladder here. It's a low-tech ascent-descent module. All right. I guess that seems reasonable enough. Bending aside a thin piece of scrap, you find an opening into another area and climb on in. All right. Hey, we're back here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and not do what I need to do because I know that I need to come back here. I mean, again, I should probably pretend like it's a surprise. Like, and, sometimes I try to pretend like I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, we know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to leave stuff where it is. Let's just check out... let's just check things out back here, back where the ship was. Walk on through this big pipe. Oh, hey, pow. Diff. You seem to have been mugged by some type of large rat. As you pick loose fur from your teeth, you notice a less bulky feeling. Why do we notice a less bulky feeling? Well, because that rat took the reactor. So I don't know exactly how this works or why. In case you don't know, when you first take the reactor, that rat will mug you and will beat you up and take the reactor back. But after that happens, you just go back and take the reactor a second time, and now the rat won't bother you again after that. I don't know. I don't really understand the logic. It's like it is. In my opinion, this is not a very good puzzle, because usually the puzzle should have some kind of reason, like, okay, the rat won't attack you because of some reason, but it's just like the rat gets tired and just won't take the reactor back a second time. So just go back and get the reactor again, and that's it. That's the solution to the puzzle. Not really a very clever puzzle, but oh well. And by the way, I forgot to mention, we start the game with this glowing gem. It is indeed that gem that we got from Space Quest 2 on Lavian, and it has long since lost its glow, but we still have it. So, actually, it's kind of funny. The title says glowing gem, but it's lost its glow. So I don't think it's a glowing gem if it's lost its glow, is it? Oh yeah, and while we're here, yeah, this wire here. So the wires in that screen with the rats. Remember, it said the wires are too cheap to take. Like they're really cheap wire. But if you look at the wires here, it says except for the one on the left, most of the wires here look dangerously worn. So that's a pretty strong hint. Can we get this wire? Yes, we can. You take the only decent piece of wire available. So now we have a piece of SQ-approved electrical wire. Okay, cool. I think that... So the wire here is red. I think it was a different color. Wasn't it like a couple of different colors when we took it from here? Oh, well. I waited to do that because the rat will also take the wire from you. If you get mugged by the rat will take the reactor and that wire from you. And it doesn't really matter that much because you can get the wire back as well, but why bother? Might as well just wait until... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an iffy puzzle. Kind of like, I don't really understand the point. Like, why? I think we can die here. Let's see. Back in Rat Cave, or... No, it's not really a cave. What did the game call it? A hollow. Back in the rat hollow. But okay, that's fine. Also, I don't know what... I guess probably... So UL is actually Underwriter's Labs. It's actually the organization that approves electrical things in real life, isn't it? At least in the USA. But for some reason, although it talks about UL here, here it talks about SQ approved wire. I don't know if that's just like a mistake. I mean, obviously SQ is probably Space Quest, but I don't know. Anyway, so the first time you're here, the rats won't kill you, but I think this is also pretty cool. I like how Roger gets highlighted if he walks through the light like that. I think the second time you're here, if you walk around down here, I'm just remembering that wrong. I'm very sure that the rats kill you at some point in time here, but I'm not sure if you have to. Do you have to wait? Do you have to step onto like a specific area that triggers it? Maybe we have to get the reactor first so that it's dark here. Maybe they don't want to come out when it's light. Okay, let's go ahead and get the reactor again. All right, so we got the reactor. I'll go ahead and save again. Got reactor back. And are they going to attack us now that it's dark? No? I'm very sure. I distinctly remember that at some point in time a rat shows up here and attacked me and killed me. I'm very sure that I remember that, but I guess... Okay, either something has to happen. Maybe you have to come here a third time for it to happen. I don't know. Anyway, all right, well, that's fine. We can skip it. Okay, let's go ahead and climb up here, and this is kind of a lame puzzle. I don't know if this is... Yeah, I mean, what you do is you say, get ladder when you're up here. You grab the ladder and jam it into your pocket. Ouch! Yeah, that's... I don't know if that's really a puzzle, but it's obviously not something that you would really think to do. You wouldn't think that you just want to carry around a ladder with you. Obviously not in your pocket, but yeah. Hammer space in adventure games like this. Okay, now that we have the ladder, I think we can finally go and take a look at that ship. I mean, we saw it from the outside, but now we can finally see it from the inside as well. So let's go ahead and enter the eye. Climb down like that, and... Alright. So, put ladder on ship. There we go. Now, climb ladder. You notice it to be slick up here. Be careful. Yeah, so actually, let me go ahead and save here. Standing on ship. So, we're not that high up, in my opinion, but we warned you to be careful. Did you listen? No. Good luck next time. It seems a little bit... I mean, yes, you could hurt yourself from a fall like that, but it seems a little bit questionable to me that like half of Roger's head would get broken off as it did in that death screen. It seems just a little bit extreme to me, but oh well. And also, if you fall down here, you got lucky this time. You can fall down the windshield, and because it's kind of a slope like that, it doesn't kill you. So, yeah. So, there's this sort of big hole here. You peer into the cavity on the top of the ship. The only noteworthy item is a modular plug in the bottom of the opening. Okay, so there's a modular plug there. Where have we seen a modular plug before? I think there was a mention of a modular plug earlier in the game. That might be also a fairly strong hint. All right, let's go ahead and open up this hatch now. Move into position and grabbing the dull finish of the hatch's handle, commence to open and enter the ship. Alright, we're finally inside this ship here. Alright, what's going on here? At first you're surprised at how intact the ship's interior is. Immediately to your right is a panel with a red button. At midship on the right wall is the ship's main diagnostic computer. Directly across are 2 passenger seats. Ahead of you is the cockpit. Alright. So, and you can actually use the mouse here. This is slightly mouse controlled. So you can click on this red button to activate it, but the ramp is immobilized where the junk is laying in, so you exit through the hatch instead. That's a little bit hard to understand. It's a little bit hard to get what the game is talking about if you've never seen it before. This center area, I mean, Roger's kind of, hold on, I think I can, yeah, if you click on this chair here, Roger actually sits down. This here is a landing ramp. It actually extends downward out of the ship. So when you land on a planet, it extends down. You can use it as like a ramp to get in and out of the ship. It doesn't work here, obviously, because the bottom of the ship is completely encased in junk that the ship is embedded in. So it won't work here, but it will work later in the game. So yeah, you can click with the mouse. Obviously you can type sit and stand to do this, but you can also just use the mouse, which is kind of cool. So what do we have here? Can I look in this hole? Looking at the cabinet, there's only 2 cable ends. Someone has made off with the ship's power supply. Huh. All right. Well, since we have this diagnostic computer here, let's take a look at this. Access denied. Power critically low. Auxiliary reactor not online. It's insufficient power to commence with systems check, using stored power below 10%. All right. So it's talking about a reactor. Can we put this reactor into the hole? You drop the reactor in the hole, and attempting to reconnect the cables, you find that one is much too short. Huh. Well, what do we have that might be useful for that? Let's try using the wire here. You have to connect the wire between the ship and the reactor, putting the tile back in place once you've finished. Hey, cool. We're done. Okay. So, how are we looking here? Power level nominal. Auxiliary reactor online. Auxiliary reactor. Okay. I guess it's okay. Is nominal, which means it's normal. It's okay. Landing gear is nominal. Okay, cool. Warp motivator. Oh. Malfunction. Unit not installed. Okay. This is, I guess, the next puzzle. You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure, I feel fairly sure that this was designed so that first you would put the reactor in and then you'd get the clue to put the warp motivator in. But when I played this game first, I actually solved those puzzles in reverse. I actually fiddled around with the grabber enough that I figured out how to put the warp motivator in before getting that reactor. So anyway, all right, let's get out of the ship. We still have something to do. So yeah, exit through the hatch instead. And climb down the ladder. And we need to get the ladder back because we'll need it again. Ouch, again. You know what? I just realized I forgot to take a look at that reactor. Hold on, let me back out of the ship. Let me just restore just for a second because I realized that I actually forgot to look at the reactor. This is an auxiliary reactor. I guess it's a nuclear reactor. It's like some kind of little mini nuclear thing because it has a has what looks like a radiation symbol on it. So it's like some kind of little mini radioactive power source that you know, does stuff. In fact, it reminds me a little bit of there was actually an XKCD comic about this. There was some XKCD comic about like how, what was it about? Let me see. Actually, let me look it up because I'm curious now. I don't remember the details, but let me just go. Let me just do a quick look up on the XKCD comic because I remember that it was basically saying how crazy it is that yeah, it's the strip called Plutonium. It's XKCD strip number 2115. Yeah. We could use a power orb. They give off thousands of watts 24/7. It's just made of a metal that emits energy. For something that's real, plutonium is so unrealistic. So yeah, it just like magically just creates unlimited amounts of energy. That's how nuclear power works. It's not actually exactly how nuclear power works, but I guess in a way it kind of is. Okay, anyway, so that's what the reactor looks like. So we know what we need to do. We know that it's that motivator thing that's sitting on the ground or on. I'm still not sure whether to say on the ground or on the floor. Seems like either could work, but because I guess this is technically indoors. Like if you're in a spaceship like this counts as indoors, doesn't it? So I guess we're indoors. So I guess it's the floor, not the ground. All right. It feels kind of like we're outside, but we're not really. I guess technically we're indoors, so I should say the floor, not the ground. All right. So we need to go all the way around again, and stand up and jump. Get that cursor out of the way. All right, and we need to find the grabber again. Enter the grabber. All right, and we know exactly what we need to do, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Push the button. Oh, I'm off. Okay, I'm off. I think each screen has 2 places where the claw can come down, so I need to move to the right. This looks like it might be too far to the right, but I think the game will. Yeah, basically each screen has only 2 positions where the claw can come down. So, all right. The claw senses contact with the warp motivator, grasps it firmly, and begins the ascent back to the grabber. And obviously, we had that scene where the aluminum mallard was visible. think it was over here. So let's go and push the button again. There we go. Sensing inadequate service, the claw releases its cargo and begins the ascent to the grabber unit. The object thuds into place within the cavity of the ship. I do need to say that hole on the top of the ship just remains open. That seems just a little bit precarious. It's nice that we got the motivator to go in there, but it seems kind of not obvious that... Oh, hey, since we're here again... Rat cave last time. Hopefully this is the last time we need to be in this rat cave. Let me see. Are the rats going to kill us this time? Let's give it another try. Because this is the last time we'll be here. Because we're ready to leave now. The ship has been powered up. We have the motivator. We have the reactor. We have everything. I got everything! Wow, those rats are really not... This is very un-Sierra-like. I mean, this is like the opposite of Sierra game. It's like... It's not taking every opportunity to kill you. In fact, I'm blatantly like exposing myself, walking around in the dark, trying to get myself killed, and it's not working. Gosh. Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, let's go ahead and put the ladder on the wall there. Climb up the ladder. Get the ladder back, and I'll just head back to the ship. And that'll be it. I guess I'll stop the video once we get inside. Put ladder. Climb up the ladder, and now we can just enter the hatch. Here we go. Okay. How are we doing here as far as systems check goes? So auxiliary reactor is nominal. Nominal, yeah. I said it. I was a little premature, as I often am, but I was correct in any case. Landing gear is nominal, and that warp motivator should be nominal. Yep. Looks like this bird's in good shape. All right. Good bird. All right. Actually, that's a lame... Why did I do that? That's such a lame name for a safe game now that I think about it. It sounds so silly. All right, anyway. Yeah, this has been a video of Space Quest 3. Thanks for watching, everyone. Next time, obviously, we will take off in this ship and explore some other places that are not in this garbage freighter. You know, it kind of occurs to me, I think I might have said this before, but it occurs to me that most Space Quest games start off with Roger being in like the worst possible situation. Space Quest 1 starts with him being on a ship that's just been taken over by hostile aliens and which is about to self-destruct in a few minutes. And then Space Quest 2 starts off okay, but then it very quickly puts you on a a jungle planet where, you like everything wants to kill you, as is often the case in a jungle. And then this game just starts off with you in this garbage freighter with like no way to really fend for yourself or... Well, I mean, you have a way to get out, obviously, but yeah, bad situations all around. All the Space Quest games, or most of the Space Quest games, start with like a really, really bad sort of catastrophe that you have to get out of. But we just got out of this one, or we are about to get out of this one. We will get out of this one at the start of the next video, and then we will start to explore the rest of this game's universe. So until then, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're doing all well. Take care, and I will talk to you next time. Ta-ta!